guys, welcome back. Today we will be reviewing the ST1 Pro from TRN. So let's get to it. Here we have the ST1 Pro, and as always TRN ships their IEMs in a pretty ordinary box with the photo of the unit as well as the designation of the model ST1 Pro. It comes with some firm foam to hold the IEMs in place, so good job on that. It arrived safely, and take it out. It terminates to a 0.78 2-pin connection and arrives pre-installed with TRN's T-tips, the medium size, which as compared to the regular ones, they are supposed to provide a better timbre and a more balanced or natural tonal output. And here we have the notation on the side. We'll focus again, indicating left or right, and it also says 1BA and 1DD, because this particular model ships with one customized balanced armature and a 10mm beryllium coated dynamic driver. So these transducers are to handle the low frequencies by the dynamic driver and the higher frequencies by the BA. It's a semi-open design here with the gold trimmed grille, and so more or less it's supposed to provide a more spacious soundstage. Let's see. It also comes with a 4-core cable terminating to a gold-plated 3.5mm connector, and of course they have their pretty soft ear hooks, and it plugs in like so. So where's the other one? So it's pretty simple enough to connect. See? There. Now, for this particular model, it's customizable by using these switches here. So if you can see right now, it's set to 110, which is the balanced setting. Now the 3 other settings are the bass enhanced, the extra bass, and the treble enhanced. So for this review, we will be focusing on the balanced setting. Now for me, this particular IEM is a bit more brighter than the TA3, which I previously reviewed, and it has a more, how would you say, slightly more sibilance with certain tracks. By the way, I used my A58 DAP for this particular test, so it outputs, this DAP outputs 10 milliwatts at 32 ohms, and that's more than enough to drive this IEM. The ST1 Pro is rated at, let's see, it is rated at 28 ohms with a frequency response of 20 to 20,000 kilohertz, has a sensitivity of 110 decibels. So it's pretty good for a entry-level IEM. By the way, these go for around $20 or roughly around 1,000 pesos, so pretty cheap. So these are one of the ultra budget ones. So if you're just planning to try out IEMs, the multi-driver ones, or if you just want an upgrade from your usual cell phone headsets, these can also be ordered with an inline microphone. But for the purposes of this review, what I ordered was the one without the microphone, because for me, I prefer those without microphones, so less complicated wiring, meaning less chances of any potential failure which will somehow affect or disrupt your listening pleasure. And then we also have earbuds, the regular ones, the white ones, which, well, based on TRM's standard, the white ones will provide you with a more treble enhanced experience. And they also come with some kind of SIM injector type tool to be used in adjusting the ST1 Pro, the switches, if in case you want to change it into one of the other settings. Now for me, again, I've been listening to this for like a day. They haven't been broken in yet, but out of the box, there was a slight sibilance with some tracks, so medyo masakit sa tenga. But after maybe like a few hours of using, the sibilance, well, it somewhat disappeared. So I'm just left with like a brighter sound signature with these. I was comparing it with my TA3s, which I previously reviewed. So sound-wise, as I've mentioned before, the ST1 Pros have a more brighter sound signature. Maybe because it's also purely made out of resin. I guess the material for the IEMs themselves will also somehow affect the kind of music that the transducers reproduce, as opposed to like the TA3s, which have an aluminum backplate. This one actually has plastic, so maybe the density of the material is also a factor in the sound reproduction of the transducers. They still have some kind of detail, not as detailed as the TA3s, definitely not as detailed again as my 518s here. So I've compared them to these as well. They provide you with detail, certainly more detail than my HD 440s, my Sennheiser wireless headsets. So compared to Sennheiser's 440, these two provide more detail, maybe because of the BA, the balanced armature, which are pretty good at handling sound separations, the timbre, the what do you call this, the tonality of the music. So they're pretty good for entry-level IEMs. Definitely brighter than my true wireless earbuds here. So these two, by the way, are dual dynamic drivers. So again, since they have BAs, balanced armatures, I find that they actually give you a better or brighter sound signature overall. And it's pretty good. You will enjoy it for everyday listening. Again, as I've mentioned, you have to use 320 kilobits if you're using MP3, or if not, you can use FLAC, lossless audio, at around 24 kilobits of FLAC, the lossless audio ones. There was a certain review I found that says that you can also tend to get badly recorded FLAC. So again, as I mentioned, your mileage may vary depending on the other equipments that you have. But generally, as an entry-level IEM, these are pretty good, and at least it won't break the bank, and you can try out for yourself if you're into the multi-driver hybrid IEMs. And if you do find that you appreciate these kinds of equipment, then you can go ahead and upgrade to like the IE300s by Sennheiser, so those are pretty good. I've yet to review those. Anyway, going back, the ST1 Pros, they're pretty good, very cheap. So at only 1,000 pesos, you get not really that great sounding music. I mean, they're not audiophile grade yet, not like these. I mean, the sound quality, there's still some details lacking, especially if you compare them directly with audiophile reference grade headphones. But they are good enough, definitely much better than the usual earphones that come with your smartphone. So if you just want a very cheap upgrade to your current headset and appreciate better sounding music, then by all means go for the ST1 Pro. Very cheap, very good, pretty good actually for the budget. And overall, it was a pleasant listening experience for me, and I hope that if you decide to get one, you also find a pleasant listening experience with the ST1 Pro. That's it. Like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.